Comic cover lovers of the world, unite! And stay tuned for the video.
Anachronic.
Hi comic book guys and gals, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. Now this week's top cover from the 1960s is Fantastic Four #3, the very first FF comic I bought and I still have in my collection. In this key issue, the Fantastic Four wear their iconic four costumes for the first time, and we see the Fantastic Car. Importantly, we're also introduced to the Baxter Building in this issue, and the letter page was introduced. Now, we all know there is a bit of a difference between Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's stories about who created the main elements of the Fantastic Four. And that goes for at least the style, color, and general appearance of their costumes as well. Now, in my humble opinion, I do believe that Stan came up with the idea of the four adventurers, and maybe even the name. But the visual elements of the strip were likely Kirby's conceptions. As I mentioned in a prior video on DC's Showcase Comics, Kirby created the Challengers of the Unknown in the 1950s for DC. Now Kirby has pointed out that the FF costumes were similar to those of the Challengers, and I believe he's right. Both have skin-tight costumes with a belt. Very simple. Now, I was a big fan of the FF in the 1960s, and I'll have an episode of the comics my mom let me keep featuring the Fantastic Four coming up soon. One premium cover this week, and one special mention. The premium cover this week is Jennifer Blood #5, the cover J, the Perillo limited version for $50. Now this is a great Perillo cover. I love her expression, and the violet purple background, and her armament. It's just perfect. The special mention is from IDW Publishing, an artist book that fans of John Buscema may want to pick up. John Buscema's Marvel Heroes Artist Edition. Now it goes for $150. This trade features John Buscema's classic stories, covers, and interior pages from the mid-1960s to the late 1970s, and it's all in an artist's edition format. Buscema was one of the great Marvel artists of the 60s and 70s. This volume contains several complete stories, as well as a gallery section chock full of covers, all scanned from Buscema's original art, and several foldouts representing a number of Buscema's covers at full size. Now, if you're a fan of John Buscema's comic book art, or an art lover in general, this is a book you need to check out. Here are the honorable mentions. The first cover on my honorable mention list is Titans United #6, the cover B by Cale New. It's a cardstock variant for $4.99. Now this appears to be a visual series with this issue featuring Superboy, Connor Kent, in a cityscape, ready for action, with a neon light shouting out his name in the background. Now I'm loving this series of covers. Next up is Batman Urban Legends #12, the cover C, the ANAND RADHAKRISHNAN variant for $3.99. Now this is an unusual cover to say the least, but I'm drawn to it for some reason. Maybe the characters framed by the blood red background? I don't recall a prior top cover by RADHAKRISHNAN. He's done some covers for Vault. I'm going to keep my eye out for some other covers by this artist. The last honorable mention for this week is Monkey Prince #1 of 12. It's a foil cover and red envelope by Bernard Chang, and it goes for $5.99. Now I had Monkey Prince #1 on my top covers list last week, but this week we have a special edition celebrating the Lunar New Year. The issue cover is stamped gold foil on a red background which is delivered in a red foil envelope. It's impressive. But note, notwithstanding the reported $5.99 cover price, I've been seeing it already sold out on some websites, and some websites for sale for $35 or more. Now, on to my top 5 covers for New Comic Book Day, February 9th, 2022. Number 5 is I Am Batman number 6, cover C by Alexis Franklin. It's a Black History Month cardstock variant for $4.99. Now, I love this special Black History Month portrayal of Lucas Fox and his son Jace Fox. It looks almost like a family photo, but they don't seem too happy. Number 4 is Devil's Reign number 4, the Sway Black History Month variant for $4.99. Wow, what a great portrayal of Luke Cage. Now, I loved the Netflix series, at least the first season, and this comic book cover is just as great. It is a tremendous use of yellow variations here. Number 3 is Detective Comics number 1052, the BERMEJO cardstock variant for $5.99. Batman stepping out of the Batmobile just inside the Arkham Gate. This is fear-inducing, yet in a strange way majestic. A great Batman cover by BERMEJO. For number 2, I have Spawn, the Scorched number 2, the main cover by BJORN BARENDS for $2.99. Now, I don't read Spawn, so I'm unsure who this character is. But if you know, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, I love Barend's cover. The colors, the armor, the sword, and the wings. I just may need to pick this one up. It just looks so cool. Finally, my number 1 top cover for New Comic Book Day, February 9th, 2022 is The Joker number 12, the cover B by Gerardo ZAFFINO. It's a variant for $5.99. Now, after last week's number 1 cover featuring a whacked out Joker, here's another. This time the Joker appears to be in a straitjacket, in his cell, and just insane. I have to say, ZAFFINO's representation of the Joker is a bit unsettling to me. Now remember to leave a comment on whether you would buy any of the covers I picked, or any other, just based on the cover art. So many covers, so little cash. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Be well, and I'll see you soon.